You know, Europe and China, these big strong regions, so we stick together, right? We gotta hang out with our guys down there. So certainly a lot of respect, a lot of history with all of these players. We know them so well over the years from the region, and likewise the same thing goes back and forth between them.
Absolutely. Well, and already into this game as Newbee facing off against Team Infamous. I gotta say that it's been really a revelation, I think, for a lot of people out there. And the panel talked it to death. Hector having an amazing year. I think that Newbee has looked revitalized as well. Both of these teams, I think, are coming in as a surprise, you know, potentially top 8 win. I don't know many people would have had them in their picks for that high of a placement early on.
No, certainly sounds pretty unlikely. Other than like the passionate fans, of course, right? You know, you got yourself a little bit of like that TNC flavor when it comes to Infamous, where they just have like an entire region sort of on their back. Feels like they have to carry from there, but nice and fresh here, right in the mid lane. Chrislock, he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he's laying down those little sprays. You got to find ways to tilt your opponents, if at all possible.
Goes for a war check too, and oh my, what have I found here?
Yeah, he realizes.
There's an observer ward.
I'm not sure if they're going to quite realize where the placement is, but I think that they might have an inkling, yeah. And again, for anybody that's wondering, you can't get the extra vision. Chickens racing themselves back to the fountain. See who gets out on top. But Newbee going to pick up 2 of the bounty runes. Looks like Infamous also going to be able to pick up 2.
Yeah, so the reason he brings out the courier like that is so he can guarantee the instant change to the courier so he gets back as fast as possible for the body block here. And this chicken's putting in work.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually, the crowd are watching the same thing here. They're a little dismayed by the effort here by Chrislock. And CCNC, oh, the big block, but now it's under the tower.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for him. But yeah, Chrislock, maybe a little bit of nerves on the big stage. Again, one of the earlier rounds for these teams. And obviously, the furthest that a South American team organization player is made in the international.
So the draft's moving along there, and I have to say I was getting a little concerned for Infamous. I did like the last pick in the Monkey King. I felt like the Ember was maybe going to be the option there, but perhaps Chrislock just feeling more comfortable. You can see he's spammed quite a bit of Monkey King in his pubs, and maybe just the matchup versus the Leshrac can have some issues for the Ember if things get out of hand. So they're going to rely on that instead. But it does a lot of the same stuff. It's got a very long initiation range when you're playing from these 4 hero group ups to give all that space to Hector to farm. So Chrislock going to be looking to abuse that in power and give all the space in the world for his carry.
Nicely done, man. He was just laughing. That's not even all chat. That's just to himself. He's enjoying the playing here on the big stage.
I wonder if his teammates have him muted.
Well, we do see down here bottom a tri-lane versus a dual lane coming from Newbee, trying to absorb that pressure that's being placed onto them, onto Snaking, and Snaking already in a little bit of trouble as the Impala's going to come out, looking to try and find the finish. Highlight eye, seem to be interrupting. In fact, he turns on the Stinger, gets the refresh on the damage from his spear. It's almost enough to dodge through, trying to hide away in the trees. The Juke coming through another round. Stinger still in trouble, and looks like Pie, the break coming from Schofield. They throw it first. Stinger still trying to run away and is barely able to escape. Oh, Stinger, you did it.
Oh, an instant tip there from Whisper. He's like, I know you guys are so busy down there, so I'll handle the tip for you. Very well played. I appreciate what Pi did, right? Because he saw all those heroes and he just said to himself, yo, I can get myself an easy kill, so much damage, but with the body blocks, with the juking the trees, those spells come back off cooldown. And big saves there from the tri-lane from Infamous.
Most definitely. So it is still always a little bit of a funky thing because it's not just, you know, what is going on in the tri-lane as far as kills, but it's also how much farm are you getting. And Wraith King already in mid lane is chase forward, regen rune available. Who's going to go for it? Dodges away from the storm, able to walk his way out, and now CCNC in a lot of trouble. Does get the salve off, needs one more touch, but even if he doesn't get the kill, that's CCNC out of lane for a while.
I feel like they're both losers in that one though, right? Salve canceled, regen rune canceled. It's like, oh, I'm glad we can just both agree to just stay where we are here.
True enough. But I did want to go back to what you were talking about there, the Ember as opposed to the Monkey King as a potential option. The thing that I do like about the Monkey King is that I feel like it has maybe a bit more burst potential. If you can get those Jingu stacks up and possibly, you know, throw out one of the Boundless Strikes as you are. It's just going to take a couple pot shots underneath the tower, courtesy of Whisper.
Yeah, and the burst can be kind of nice in combination with the Nyx Assassin too, right? He might be able to just help scout out from the Monkey King, pops the Vendetta damage into the stun, into the Boundless Strike, and maybe a double tap from Echo Saber or something after that from Chrislock, and can burst a lot of heroes with that.
Meanwhile, Snake King gonna take another impale to the face. A lot of damage coming through. But Paladai able to be the one up in everybody's face, keeping Infamous back and putting too much pressure on the off lane.
Yeah, stealing some of these last hits here too. Schofield forced to carapace that punch.
It's a fancy set he's got there. And now, moving back, Stinger, seeing if he can get some more pressure on. It's not an easy kill on the axe, but it looks like they're kind of going for it again. The stomp is going to interrupt it, and if nothing else, they're making Snake King's life difficult.
Yes, we're doing fairly well though. 15 last hits, and we haven't even talked about that top lane, but it's just been this 2v1 the entire time for Newbee. And man, they get a little bit more harassed there onto Whisper. Gonna be tough to finish him unless, even with the Mango, it'll be close. MSS.
Getting up close and personal. Whisper there, you saw queued up the skewer, but canceled the animation afterwards, not wanting to go for it.
Snake King though.
Again, bottom. They're just bodying this guy, chasing him down. And Hector is taking a lot of damage from Pi, but no more mana, not another spirit there for the Elder Titan, so he has to back out. And Hector's just going to salve up right in front of him.
Yeah, might have learned his lesson last time, right? Not getting too aggressive. Now for the bounty runes, so they're already aggressive on the bottom. You got Whisper in position here as he picked up his bottle from the shop, and he wants that refill.
Oh, and you gotta be careful walking over here. You might get cliffed. MSS is gonna play it safe, goes the other direction, and so far, so good for Infamous. Who it feels like are getting a nice little bit out of this laning stage, but need to be careful. Chris Luck in the mid. Gonna take some of that Diabolic Edict, and CCNC thinking about diving for that.
Yeah, the wave's there though, so very unlikely you're gonna find something. And CCNC also just a little concerned because the supports are missing. So he's just wondering, are they wrapping around me right now? What's going on? Paladai gonna come try and scope that out, but he will be spotted by an observer ward. And so Infamous do have information as to who could be helping in that mid lane. Oh, and his ward just gets spotted too.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Still the battle rages down bottom. But yeah, that ward will be scouted out by the one up on the high ground. And immediately Stinger walking over. Let's see if he gets that D ward. Yeah, he's gonna drop it down. So giving the damage over to Chris Luck, and CCNC looking to find a snipe, but not gonna be able to get it there. As again, CCNC maybe in a little bit of trouble. The Balance Strike, the Purifying Flames gets the kill. Have they gone in a bit too deep, Newbee, as they rotate in Schofield? Chris Luck, a lot of damage at this point as they're going to go for the jump forward, find the impale, get themselves another round of kills. Man, Infamous are just cooking.
Yeah, hands kill over. Yeah, you take the first one with the level 2 Purifying Flames, because that's what Oracle players do. But he can easily hand off Highlight Eye. Now Chris Luck even gets a regenerate, although he doesn't necessarily need it. Still very high in resources. He heads back to that mid lane. That did cause the rotation from MSS, who was to go and soak the mid lane before CCNC can make the return there.
Well, and call me crazy, but I feel like it was Infamous that has tended to be very comfortable in a late game, and they're winning the early game. I mean, obviously, this is a bit of a different situation. Newbee have a lot of heroes that are very effective at providing support in the late game, but already, Schofield moves in. Yeah, that's trying to steal some last hits.
That's one way to get back into this game, right? Like finding stacks, and you're down 4 kills, but you can find other ways of growing your economy via the last from the lane. As you can see, they are leading on the side of Newbee, or also through these stacks. But scouting and saving some of that XP can be very helpful for a Nyx assassin who wants all the XP he can get. And now Pilot died. I think you died here once before.
Gotta be careful. They jump forward again onto Pi. They have the impale available, saving it as he's juking, but he's not going anywhere. They don't even need to throw the impale.
No, get the Orb of Venom. This guy just has a windlace, no boots. No real concern.
This Monkey King has been a bit of a revelation so far.
All right, so what do you do when you're losing the kill battle like this? You just run.
Gets it right on the edge. MSS also gonna go down.
They are rotating to try and kill Whisper though.
And finding the kill indeed. CCNC there to get it. Back and forth across the map. 6 kills for Infamous to the 1 of Newbee as they get on the board.
Yeah, good rotation. What will matter will be like the tower pressure too though, but they're already rotating the Nyx. He's at a resource on CCNC, so it's a kill, but it's not a big loss or anything there for Infamous, because when it comes to Hector, they of course want to sacrifice everything they can for all of these towers because of how efficiently he uses the jungle and how helpful it can be to have those towers to rotate if Newbee are indeed going to try and put pressure on this Wraith King.
Well, and that's one of the things that you really want to keep your eyes on is how quickly does that farm raise up for Mr. Hector, as he is going to be slept by Pylite Die, but no real chance for a kill. Instead, the kill is going towards the mid lane where they have found one. Monkey King very low and is going to go down. CNC picking up that kill.
So some killing spree XP handed over as well there for the recovery of CNC. Now ahead of the Monkey King in terms of experience, thanks to that.
To level 8 for him. And Hector, in the meantime, has just been living down here bottom, and he's thinking about chasing staking into the trees.
Yeah, he's got this Observer Ward here too to help spot rotations in behind. And likewise, though, there are Observer Wards here from Newbee spawning out what Stinger's up to. So Snaking using these for optimal positioning underneath this tower to try and stay safe and try and absorb as many resources as he can. Up top, though, nice Hex. Should be an easy follow-up here for CNC.
Yeah, it's all too easy. Farming while getting kills, that's what you want to see out of the mid player. CNC,
oh no,
work.
Meanwhile, not again.
Oh god, bye.
This is not for you, my friend. Get out of there.
And they do manage to get the Jingu stacks up while also getting the kill.
Do not enter. No pies allowed.
Just gonna rotate bottom now. Yeah, Snaking needs to get the hell out of Dodge. Hector chasing in, see if he can find somebody, but nobody's home. And it's gonna be the trade-off of the tower CNC taking top, while simultaneously Infamous and K1 Hector pressuring at bottom tier 1.
Yeah, same thing with the Bandits, right? Just another trade-off because of the forced positionings from the tower pushes. Now you got Whisper. He has the point here saved too, and now he has a bottled haste room. So potential for a nice kill with the early RP, something that can tend to be a little difficult.
Oh, this looks like a nice little stack stolen away by Infamous. So clearing out the jungle and now going to jump on the Snake King, who has been kind of closed down on this entire game. And another round of Impale. Schofield doing so much on this Nyx Assassin, and now he's also got level 6.
Yeah, I would say it's surprising he only has 2 deaths on the axe, considering the amount of pressure. He actually had a pretty good last hit there too, but still going to be a good target there. And he's asleep from Pi. There's that hater.
Coming. He's coming for you, Pi. Just giving him the business all game long, and they have another round of Impales. Going to connect it, see if they can punch him down, skewer back underneath the cliff, and can they finish off this Elder Titan? Yes, indeed. Stinger's going to take that one.
Pylite Die is not exactly a stranger to this style of play. His name, of course, letting you know that for a fact. And he understands the mathematics, right? By far the lowest net worth in the team. He's half of that of the Oracle.
Ooh. This is kind of interesting here from Schofield. And could they make something happen?
Yeah,
they
you
are
are making
moving up.
Carapace play off this last creep, right?
See if you can find it. Carapace comes out. The Impale is going to connect, and the jump forward. Find the kill with the Primal Strength onto the Sven. Man, Infamous. They just know where Newbee's going to be. They're prepped.
Perfect. He's even keeping left a couple of big creeps there for his Monkey King.
And the thing that the panel talked about was, this is the way Infamous play. 4v5,
yeah.
They're winning fights while Hector just keeps farming.
They are the vanguard. They play up ahead. They are across the river. And you go, where's Hector? And you just kind of draw a line between Newbee, and then where are the 4 players playing, and then extrapolate further. Oh, there's Hector. Far away from anyone messing with his patterns. Spamming the skellies, and oh, everything respawns. Here I go again.
It's back, another round of it. Gonna be about halfway to that Radiance now. It's just 12 minutes with Empower. I mean, he was already farming back.
Doing. He's just walking left and right in the mid lane, empowering Chris Luck on the right. Go farm some camps. I got some stacks over there for you. I'll have up some ancients, Chris Luck. Don't mind. Oh, where's my Wraith King? Then he walks over, gives Hector the Empower too. One job for Whisper, and if he can keep spamming with the mid lane at the same time, you've got 3 cores farming excellently for Infamous.
And how do Newbee deal with this at this point? Because it does feel like they're getting their jungle invaded and they haven't really been able to respond.
Well, that's a good play, right? They do take the mid tower. That's going to help close out some of these areas, give some opportunities for ganks from the side of Newbee. And they're still waiting for your ward to really get somewhere. He's close to the Echo Save, and then he's going to be looking for a BKB after that. Their initiation will be reliant upon Snaking, who is not that close to the Blink Dagger, but he'll be working on it in that bottom lane.
You can get into that item, obviously start to take some fights, and if you win those 45s, that's when things feel a lot better. But right now, CNC gonna go for the walk around, gonna get caught out. The Edict is there, and I think Chris Luck realizes it's time to let my support die.
Yeah, no potential save there from Chris Luck. He lets him go. But that Monkey King right below Hector, also very close to Yuara though, in terms of the net worth. He is a scary guy if he wants to start playing with Schofield. Schofield being spotted by that billboard in the top lane too though, so this is giving some freedom to Newbee right now, right? Where they can, you know, as a Nyx assassin, you're trying to play off map. You don't want to be seen. You want to be giving this threat of the vendetta, and every time he walks past this ward, it's just like one more camp for a Newbee hero.
You can see that Nyx assassin just maxing out the Spike Carapace, knowing his job in this game, as it does look like Infamous again going to play together, farm up camps. He's actually stacking right now Whisper, even the small camp, to give whatever extra farm he possibly can.
They're coming with a sentry. They know that Schofield's coming in here.
This would be a nice pickup for them. Looks like they're just a little bit too late. He was going for the courier sneak.
Yeah, that observer sentry combo that he's got as well. Keeping him safe in that area. So now they've managed to get past the Nyx assassin, but they run into the skeletons, and that's going to protect Hector.
Need to go for the smoke up play if you want to try and find that Wraith King, but not simple in the least bit.
Schofield waiting for this courier. He's gonna run out of vendetta soon. He still hasn't spotted anyone else here.
Oh, this would be really nice if you can get it. I mean, he's gonna go right by the ward. I think this is gonna be a courier kill.
No, he's not gonna damage.
He lost the vendetta. Okay. Well, 40 seconds and that will be the end of it. But back towards the jungle. Snake King gonna try and clear through these waves, and again, Newbee just kind of going AFK farming, but Infamous are farming faster.
They got the Yules here on Schofield.
Spike Carapace afterwards.
That was nice. Forcing the Carapace before the stomp.
Yeah, so now Hector showing up and realizes, okay, I can't do this, gotta back out, and give up the death of my Nyx assassin another round.
I don't get two heroes being surrounded here by sneaking NSS, but they're able to waltz their way on out of there, perhaps because Chris Luck's just a little bit terrifying right now.
You can see right now 61% into the favor of Infamous. Dota Plus feeling it, but the big thing to me is it just feels like Newbee haven't really made that many moves. If they do manage to take a fight, possibly you can make something happen, although Hector now has the Radiance.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten over that early hurdle that I was a bit concerned about for their lineup in terms of just like the wave clear being a little bit weak for Infamous. They've done a very good job of keeping the Empower spread from Whisper, which is certainly helping, right? They're both farming out camps and trying to push out these lanes, but you've got a support duo that can clear waves. You got an offlaner in the Magnus that's a little bit vulnerable when he's going for that too, especially with these longer initiation ranges of like the Axe, and then the left track always going to have that dual scepter. Infamous playing extremely well so far. They only have a 1k lead right now, so it's nothing too serious. That should start to grow a little bit here with Hector. And now he's building into the blade mail by the looks of it, as well as finishing out his magic wand. So ready for combat soon.
Schofield's been playing this so well. Breaks the smoke, onto Pile Die. They're going to be able to see that all the heroes up there. God, are they going to try and take this fight? They have a TD onto Chris Luck. This could be an opportunity for them. Thinking about going in with the blue pokes command on absolutely everybody. A lot of damage out. Schofield able to walk away and snaking. Not so lucky. CCNC now out of mana and going to be out of life. It happens so quick.
Yeah, the double stack there too, right? They called and hexed the Oracle at the same time, so now you're essentially just missing out on one of your spells because of that. And you have to target on the Oracle because you go for someone else. Of course, the save's going to be there. But it's a great follow-up there from Infamous. They got stuns, right?
Oh, yeah.
King stun, Nyx stun, Boundless Strike from the Monkey King, as well as that RP and Skewer when you need it. So you no shortage of control elements here from Infamous, and they know when their timing is. They know how to play around this Radiance. It is their playstyle, as BSJ pointed out.
Now, one of the best answers for last track of the game, just pick up a blade mail for the Wraith King, giving them so much fight potential. Snake King does have that blink. He's got the ability to jump in, and maybe gonna look for Chris Luck here. And no, Hector, he's in the middle of it, actually breaking the blink dagger. They will kill off Singer, but now, how do you deal with this big bad Wraith King? He just turns to fight, and then pop the blade mail as well. You are already in that God Strike. He's killing them all off. Still has the ultimate afterwards. Now Schofield in the Vendetta does have the break potential if he wants to go for it, but the Hex is already out. And now the stun coming for New York. But the RP, it comes as well. Where's the follow-up? Do they have enough damage? It looks like the answer might be maybe, possibly. CCNC super low, and Chris Luck able to live through it all.
And Whisper coming in with the big RP save for the boys. Chris Log and Hector getting out. Could possibly hand over a couple tips. I'm just saying. The guy got you out of a complete pickle there in the mid lane, and it's going to help secure that mid tower with the skeletons.
And again, it's less mattering that, you know, you lost a couple of heroes, the Magnus, the Nyx. The big thing, you took down you are. Like, in that fight, so key.
And his minus. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see. Same brain. I knew where he was going with that one. That one always hurts.
Well, 4,000 gold lead now after that fight mid for Infamous. And you can see here in the replay.
A beautiful hex there too from MSS. He caught the Nyx coming in invis, and that boom! Whisper says, not my carry. Get off my guys. And turns a very dangerous situation into salvation for Infamous.
As we saw there, the Coin Blade from Snaking able to save a little bit, because it looked like if he didn't finish off that kill onto the mag, they would have lost pretty much everything. Still, Newbee getting a little bit shook here 19 minutes into the game with Infamous. Pretty
They're
nice
back on the horse though. They got a couple heroes up top here, right? You get Snaking and you are playing together. That 20-minute bounty rune coming up soon. Perhaps a battle up here, and then you get this question of Hector in terms of his availability. Currently his TP is ready. Will that be the case? It seems like he's like, you know what guys, I am ready to fight. You can be graced with my presence. I won't TP from camp to camp. I can actually join you. Royalty, it comes down from the tower every once in a while.
Schofield down on the low grounds. Who does he spot? He can break blink daggers if he so desires, or if you're Infamous, they jump in. Able to find him. They saw him the whole time. First one pops the BKB, still sticking around. The Impale comes through onto two, and now the Wukong's come in. They're all stuck in the tree. They get pulled back in by Whisper, even further inside. They do drop down the Serpent Wards, but is it going to be enough? Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. And now they caught Chris Love, but now Hector's here. Is he going to be able to make the play? They have the false promise to keep the Monkey King alive for the moment. Still taking a ton of damage, and Hector turning on the Snaking, trying to kill him off. They will be able to run him down one by one by one. Infamous do it.
I'll help my weak and puny allies, as those Wraith King players do.
And unreal that Monkey King was able to live. He came out on like 400, 500 HP.
Yeah, I thought he was gone for sure. The Snakes kept on pelting him the entire time during the false promise. But Hector just strolls his way from the mid lane with some swagger. Gets them another tier 1 now for Infamous. All the way up to a 7k lead at the moment, and we still have Roche to consider.
7,000 net worth lead right now for Infamous.
When he shows up so late to the fight like this and you're still losing, that's a very bad sign for Newbee. Good positioning there, of course, from the Oracle, right? It's not getting targeted early on this time. Chris Luck perfectly done with the Boundless Strike too. That bonus damage from Whisper.
I mean, we're talking about Hector making all these plays, but it's the rest of Infamous too that are making the saves. They're, you know, last second their Stinger almost getting controlled before he was able to get that false promise out.
I mean, Hector's just walking in here when everything's on cooldown, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is what they do. They know how to play around them.
Unreal. And you can see he's feeling pretty good about himself right now. Tension in the booth right this moment for Newbee. Schofield, will he be able to get CCNC?
This is a very difficult game to try and turn. It's by no means over, because they have all this wombo combo. They have the big plays coming in the late game. Of course, that's where Snaking tends to shine. It's making those decisions, getting those big pickoffs for his squad, but it's a sizable advantage at this point for Infamous. There's no doubt about that.
Definitely has that feeling right now. And like you said, Newbee, they've made a lot of comebacks in this tournament. That's true. You think about the group stage, there were multiple Mega Creep comebacks for them, and we're not even close to that stage yet. They still got tier 2 towers up and online.
They have very good heroes for the pit too, which tends to be what we start revolving our game around past the 20-minute mark, right? It's just like, can someone get an edge? Are they going into Roche? As he takes a swat at a Monkey King who flies by, almost got him. But you got the Elder Titan, you got the Leshrac, the AoE stun, you got the Axe, the Sven, everything for the Roche fight. But likewise, you can just count as many spells inside of Infamous. They're very good there too.
You can see here as well, the soldiers being left behind. Monkey King has picked up that Agnum Scepter after the BKB.
Yeah. So wave clear is still a thing that was identified in the Infamous lineup as being a slight hole, right?
They're just going high ground.
Yeah, and that's what the question is going to be. Is if you can defend high ground right here from Newbee, you might get back into this game just by virtue of, like, okay, we pushed them off, and the other two lanes are pushing in our favor. They've dropped the snakes down bottom.
Dude, they didn't even take rush. They're just going up here. They're like, screw it, guys. We're going and taking your buildings. Newbee, what's the response? They take a tier 1 tower, but it doesn't feel like they have an answer for this. Early pressure be damned.
Oh, you are. You can't TP either. Schofield's chasing them in the bottom lane. That's the issue.
And they are not going to be able to come back and deal with this. So the chase forward possibly for more. TP's coming in now. Infamous, you got to be careful. Can't step too far forward. Call while simultaneously hitting on the stomp. But the blade mail doing a lot of damage back on the CC. Almost taking him down. Brislock going to be healed back up by that ulti. And now turn on to MSS. They find themselves another. MSS goes down, and Infamous just gonna jaunt their way out of here.
They're gonna try to cut them off here. 2 TPs to the shrine.
But the Wukong's command. Brislock pump faking it. CCNC, he gets the Yule Scepter lift up. They can't TP out now. They have to fight. Infamous, is this gonna work for them? They have the Wukong's command now. CCNC is dying. He's done. He does have buyback. Might need to use it for the field more than 2. He does not buy back for a minute. Oh my god, the triple kill from Hector, and now Brislock looking for more. They're gonna force this buyback and feeling like it's their moment. They get the RP. They find the follow-up kill on the Snaking. If they can manage to get it, does he manage to get away? Still running, he does escape. Now the stomp coming in. Brislock bound the strike, trying to live, and he does. Takes down Snaking, 88 seconds dead. And then now Infamous, they're pulling in with the rest of the heroes. They know he doesn't have buyback.
Man, Whisper, this guy. I mean, we talk about the Oracle being the save. I think it's Whisper this game. Always looking out for the big number 1 and number 2. He's a distant third. He's a third of the net worth of the Wraith King in this game. But he's doing everything he can to keep them up.
Whisper keeping the hopes of Infamous alive and well in this elimination match. The sole representative from Bolivia in this tournament.
Man, can you believe that this Hector guy's really good at Wraith King? I mean, I did not think they'd be playing Wraith King. I really didn't. I thought, like, once the first phase they didn't take it, I was like, okay, well, that seems like a pretty likely ban. You know, the guy seems alright, but I think they went for the know your enemy play, right?
Oh my god.
This idea of, okay, we know how Hector plays. They're not idiots, right? They understand what the guy's trying to do. They didn't really